Comment 19 lesson is Assistive Art Tools. Now, adapted art supplies are for special ed classes, especially in art. There's many different kinds of adaptive tools. This is a high adaptive tool. This is a low adaptive tool. Today, we're going to look at some low adaptive tools that you can make easily and use in your classroom. Now, here's a sample of some really wonderful, easy things you can do for drawing materials. Now, on the left, we have a PVC pipe with some plastic and some Velcro for a gripper. And then another piece of, well, that's actually a milk container so that the child could grip onto that. But you can see there's a lot of different things you can use to help a child hold the marker or the pen or even the brush. Now this is one you can buy. It's a simple PVC pipe, but I put this here so you can see how easy that would be to make. You would just put a small piece of PVC pipe onto the brush and then a longer piece going across so they could grip. You could get a PVC pipe the size of the child's hand, which would be wonderful. Now let's talk about some brushes. Now there are different types of brushes that you can use to make squiggly lines, but the best ones are the ones that have a large handle for them to hold on to. Here's an example of one you could buy. You have a nice ball there to hold so that they can have an extension of the brush to get to the artwork. Here's one that would go on your wrist. Now, this is one you could buy that comes with rubber, but you could easily do this with a piece of Velcro and attach the brush onto that. And here's the simplest version. Just take a styrofoam ball, cut the brush, and stick that into the brush. This will work just fine. Now here's some examples of adaptive tools that you could use for writing or for drawing. You can see those on the left are the ones you can purchase, but one of my favorites is just taking a simple hair tie. You put it around the wrist of the child and you loop it and stick the pencil in. These work just great. You can use a tennis ball. All you have to do is pop a hole in the top and a hole in the bottom, and it makes a very good gripper, especially for handwriting issues. Now, let's talk about table lifting, okay? Because students with wheelchairs can't always get flat on the table, so the one on the left is one you could buy, but you can easily just take some PVC pipe and make a frame, as you can see, and then put a clipboard right on top, and then clip the paper on there. These work great. Now we got to talk about scissors. Now the ones on the left are a little expensive, but they're great if you can afford them. You push that down and it helps the child cut straight lines. My favorite to make is the one on the right. All you do is take the regular scissors, left and right hand scissors, you determine that for the child, and then you go ahead and put a band around, and so when they squeeze, it will bounce back up. Now, when we talk about printing, there's a couple of things we can do. On the right, we can use our braille rollers, okay, by elevating the paper and have them roll the paint. Or if they are in a wheelchair, you can just make a three-dimensional, I use the roll from the tape. Okay, when the tape is out, or a piece of cardboard that goes around, they stick the little hand in there, they roll it in the ink, and they just roll it away, and it makes great for a braille or a printer. I have given you a lot of good examples of assistive tools, but the easiest and always the best one is to use your own hands as a tool to model or help a child to do their work. Experiment and find out some wonderful things that you can do, and keep thinking outside of the box.